I just get so choked up and emotional when I perform that song. It came at a really vulnerable time in my life. For that to go gold, I was overwhelmed with emotion.
Hello, real ones. Today we're here with
Monaleo.
Miss Monaleo. You decided to stop in Chicago for your first stop of your tour, and I'm so proud of you and your first headliner. What made you decide to come to Chicago first?
Y'all just be having the most turned energy, and I was exactly right in my thesis. You guys are amazing. The show sold out by the time I was getting ready to come on stage, and my managers were walking backstage and they were like, "Oh, the show just sold out." Woo. I knew it was gonna be super turned, so I'm definitely glad I started here.
You always show so much love to Chicago, and I'm so happy that you know that we love you so much back. You just became a mother recently. How do you balance your career and also being a mother at the same time, and also your home life, and how are you doing?
It's good. It's a little tricky, especially in moments like this when I have to go on the road because I miss my little baby. Definitely something like this would have really overwhelmed him. So I'm kind of glad I didn't bring him here, but it gets tricky, but it's always super rewarding to go home and he just see my face and just light up, and he has this gummy little smile. He doesn't have no teeth yet, so he just got this gummy little smile, and yeah, it's hard to balance, but I think it's worth it in the end.
Do you have any words to put in a time capsule right now for him to look back on, because this is a really huge moment, and I know he's a little baby, so is there anything that you want to say in this moment for him to look back on?
Mama loves you, chicken nugget. I love you so much, my little nugget. And just every day you get up and apply yourself and you show up every single day, even if it's hard, if it's difficult, if you don't feel well, you get up and you show up for yourself every single day. And today was a really good example of me showing up for myself. I was really overwhelmed and flustered throughout the show, super anxious before the show started, trying to get my bearings together. It was just a lot for me, but I still showed up. So that's what I would tell my little chicken nugget.
And I hope you love that, because that was beautiful. My heart is pounding. Your album, Where the Flowers Don't Die, you go back and forth from being really super upbeat, and these are big banger anthems, to being really vulnerable with your fans and everything. And what was your journey like going through that process of writing?
So I was pregnant when I was writing my project, Where the Flowers Don't Die. So a lot of the songs I was struggling with writer's block and pregnancy brain, and it was all these crazy hormones and emotions I was feeling. So it was really difficult, but again, another testament of me just showing up for myself. That really was the reigning message during that time period. So it was difficult working on that project, but again, another rewarding thing that I was just fulfilled after I finished it, because it was wow, I really put my mind to this. It was difficult, it was hard, but I was able to still get through it.
And also to talk about rewarding, one of your songs just went gold this September. How did you celebrate that, and also what was going through your head at that time? That was a huge moment.
Yeah, it was just a huge full circle moment for me. When I wrote that song, it was I didn't have anything going on. I didn't have a job at the time, and I was trying to figure it out, and I was going to school and just really struggling to find myself. And I wrote that song to help instill confidence back into myself. So every time I hear that song, it's the manifestation, and I just get so choked up and emotional when I perform that song. And it's not even obviously an emotional song, but it's a very passionate song for me anyway, because it came at a really vulnerable time in my life. So for that to go gold, I was overwhelmed with emotion for sure.
I hope you feel you've received your flowers, because you really deserve them. And your songs are so open, and you also talk a lot about mental health, and you inspire your fans to stay here, because you'll miss them if they're not.
So I want to tell y'all this: if y'all ever wake up and y'all wake up feeling y'all don't want to be here anymore, I want to make sure y'all know that I would miss you. There are a lot of other people that would miss you out here, and I just want y'all to remind yourselves to stay another day.
That's really important. And do you have any more words of advice to fans either going through something or who just need some words of encouragement?
I would just tell them to stay the course. It's going to get difficult. You're going to have these dips, and you're going to be low, and you're going to be high, and you're going to be low again. But you have to always remain diligent and consistent in whatever it is that you do. And always keep that passion and that drive. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, you should probably do something else. If it doesn't fulfill you, if it doesn't make you happy, why are you pursuing it? And a lot of people say, be yourself, and it's kind of cliche. So I'm gonna say honor yourself. Honor the way that you feel, your truest emotions. If something is bothering you, honor that feeling and move accordingly. If you feel moved or drawn to a certain career path or a certain person, whatever it is, honor those feelings. You deserve to be here, just like anybody else does.
Thank you. I feel inspired after that. Thank you so much.
Of course.
And you have a list of wonderful ladies coming with you to your DC show.
Yes.
And can you talk a little bit about them and why you decided to tour with them?
Yes, so to my DC show tomorrow, I'm bringing Lay Banks, I'm bringing Tessiki, I'm bringing Enrique the Menace, and I'm bringing Deetranada. All of these female artists, they support me constantly, consistently. They're really genuine people. Just from
Sorry, guys.
It's okay to celebrate, you know?
they just consistently support me, and so I wanted to share my platform with them. And I'm not saying that I'm just bigger than them or anything like that, but that's just what I wanted to do with my space. I'm honored to have them. I'm honored that they're coming out, and I know they're gonna turn that bitch up. So yeah, it's gonna be lit.
Mm-hmm. And going back to more of your wonderful peers, like who are you listening to right now? Like what's on your playlist? What are your favorite songs?
Definitely Flo Milli's album is still in rotation. A couple unreleased Flo Milli songs. You know, that's my sister, we locked in. So I still be jamming. Her unreleased songs, begging her to put them out because they're so good. So she's like at the top of my playlist right now.
And what do you do for self-care? Like what are you gonna do when you finally get home and you can relax?
I'm gonna take a big old fat nasty nap in my bed. Take a big old bubble bath, drink some wine, cuddle with my little chicken nugget, and cuddle with my man, and yeah, just relax and not think about anything. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna relax, but also reflect on what this tour brings out of me and what I learned on this tour and apply it in my life. But I'm definitely gonna relax, because even tonight I'm just like overwhelmed. I think it was just like emotionally, I was just super overwhelmed. So now like physically I feel tired, but definitely gonna rest.
You did your shit, so
Thank you.
now you could rest real good.
I can rest real good.
Yes. And what advice do you have for people like going into the industry that you wish you had early on?
Your gift is special and unique to you. Don't ever try to change and adapt to what somebody else is doing because it's more popular. Continue to stay the course. Stay your own individual, personalized course. That's what I would tell anybody starting out in the industry, or I would tell my younger self in the industry for sure.
And last thing I'm going to ask you is to shout out a real one in your life. Like who's in your corner?
My entire family, my village, they're really holding it down, but specifically my man. He's really holding it down right now. Like he is just super dad. Like we're both new parents, first time parents, so it gets difficult with my son sometimes. And he's not a difficult baby at all. He just requires obviously 24/7 care, and that's something that we're still getting used to. So for him to just step up and take that role while I'm like pursuing my dreams, I'm really fortunate, really blessed, really grateful. So shout out to him.
And thank you very much for taking the time. And I'm so proud of you. Please come back to Chicago soon. I love you.
Thank y'all for having me. Bye, y'all.